All right, for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to get started with your final draft. So at this point in time, hopefully you've completed some practice painting for different styles of your mosaics. Hopefully you found something that you enjoy, something you feel comfortable with, something you feel that will fit your design as best as possible. And also keep in mind, you can choose more than one option. You don't have to stick with just one. So my goal here is to show you how to get started. And right here I have my final draft layout. Remember, this is a friendly reminder, your final draft or your composition does not have to be extremely elaborate. Sometimes the simple ones work the best with this project. I just have a moon here, planet, a few stars, and then plenty of negative space or empty space in between. But that's all right because it's going to be all filled in with intricate little mosaic shapes. So one thing I want you to keep in mind while you're painting your project is to focus on contrast. Now in art, contrast is pretty much working with opposites. So you can have large shapes versus small shapes. You could have bright colors versus dull colors. You could have light versus dark. You can have warm versus cool. Anything that will help your image pop and stand out and create emphasis. So my goal is to have contrast with the use of light versus dark and also warm colors versus cool colors. So the stars and moon and possibly the planet will be a little bit lighter and painted with warm colors, while the background is going to be darker and painted with cool colors. So my favorite style, personally, I kind of like this more randomized shaped style, but I'm also going to mix in some more organized styles like this as well. And a friendly reminder, when you start painting, just keep in mind, hold the brush down by the bristles, maybe rest your palm and the knuckle of your pinky down on the table so you can stabilize your brush. And I'm going to be working with lighter warm colors, so I made sure I have a variety of yellows, oranges, some browns, white, gray, a variety of warm colors that I can use and mix up to make my mosaic a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to rest my hand down, and remember, you're going to try to keep your shapes as close as possible to each other. You do have some pencil lines here, so feel free to go up to them, but I wouldn't go on top of them. We'll get rid of those at the end of the project. And remember, we are trying to make a variety of colors. You don't want to use the same color over and over and over again. That will be boring. All right, just like this. I'm gonna mix a little gray in here. And remember, if you make a mistake where some shapes run together, or you put some paint down where you don't really want it, that's okay, because we have that white gel pen. You can go in afterwards and clean it all up. So I'm gonna speed up the tape for you right now, and so you don't have to listen to me talk so much, and I'll come back in just a moment. All right, now that my warm colors are all finished with the stars, moon, and planet, my goal now is to continue working on the background. I'm going to be using cool colors. Remember, one of our key concepts here is using contrast. So I want to use a lot of opposites. So in the stars, planet, and moon, we've got some lighter warm colors. Now I'm going to get into my darker cool colors in the background. Also, instead of making it really random, I'm going to start off by doing a little bit more organized squares going around the border of these objects. And I'm going to actually make them lighter cool colors to make it look like they're kind of glowing in outer space. And then I'll continue with my darker colors as we go in.
You won't BBM. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot to get ya. The door's OPN. Take that high road and hop in.